Liverpool continue their disastrous run of form. It is the craziest thing I've seen in a very long time. The last time I saw this kind of situation was Leicester City winning the Premier League and the next season firing Claudio Ranieri. That's the last time I've seen something of this nature. Now, Liverpool has not fired Arne Slot, but I am telling you, the way things are going, there is where we are headed towards. That right there is where Arne is headed towards if Arne does not go on to fix this problem. Now, Liverpool has a lot of problems. Talk about the defense, talk about the crisis, the losing streak, the fatigue that they are seeing. Of course, we all know, and this is something that Liverpool fans do not want to talk about. These players are reeling from a loss that they never expected. The attack looks just less efficient. Poor game management and every single thing in that nature. Defensive leadership errors, people's mind out of Liverpool, maybe to Real Madrid. The loss of Trent Alexander-Arnold and them not realizing that was going to be a big loss. Underwhelming performance from the new signings. There's so many situations that Liverpool are going through, and that is what we are going to talk about today, because we have to come down to what is happening to Liverpool. We need to talk about it. Now, I am a United fan, so I'm coming from a viewpoint where this should make me happy. However, this doesn't even make me happy. It's just like, bro, you have so much talent in that team. You should not be allowing Arsenal run away with the league. You should not be allowing Manchester City run away with the league. Bear in mind, City also lost to Newcastle today. So that's a different problem that we are going to talk about. But without further ado, guys, let's pay attention to this one, because Liverpool is in trouble. Let's get started. First things first, we have to talk about the losing streak and poor runs. Recently, they have lost 4 consecutive Premier League defeats. It's crazy work, which is alarming for a champion that is meant to be defending their title. It's meant, you look at them, 6 of their last 7 in the league game has been losses. They have 6 losses to 6 wins. So they do not draw. That right there is also a problem. They do not know how to go into games and actually get a point. It's either they win or they lose. There's no difference. There's no in between. And that right there is a problem that we started seeing on the last part of the season. By that time, they had already won the league. But we started seeing the defensive lapses from that particular part. And then you look at the defensive crisis. It's truly a shocking state of affairs that anybody compared Virgil van Dijk to Nemanja Vidic. It is the craziest thing I've seen in a long time. What Virgil is going through, this purple patch of honest mediocrity, is truly ridiculous. Looking according to what we are seeing in terms of the reports, Liverpool are conceding way too much. They have allowed a worrying number of big chances against them. That is a problem. Big chances against Liverpool when you have Virgil van Dijk and Konate, 2 of the arguably the best defenders in the world in terms of a defensive duo. Their defensive metrics is something we do not even want to talk about. We just don't want to talk about. It's considerably worse than last season. This is the worst I have seen them play in a very long time. Maybe since the start of Jurgen Klopp's career at Liverpool. The fatigue just seems to be setting in. I don't know if it's the fatigue of winning the league last season or the fatigue of trying to defend it every single day, but it just looks like they are running slower. It looks like they are going into duels weaker. Every single thing just seems to be off with Liverpool. The ball winning that Virgil van Dijk is known for is also suffering. Konate is also suffering. The first goal today, exactly that. It was a simple clearance that he made it all of a sudden a lot more difficult than we expect from Konate. It's problematic. And then you look at the attack. is less efficient. Mohamed Salah last season broke records that we are still talking about till today. He was on fire in every sense of the word. Now, I do not expect him to do the same thing that he did last season. However, I do not also expect the drop-off to be this drastic. Brothers and sisters, it is crazy work. It should not be this bad. It shouldn't. You look at Alexander Isak, came from Newcastle in a record number of money, £120 million, if I'm not mistaken, and doesn't look like anything that we saw last season. He has not been able to do this to anybody in the Premier League. Not been able. It is shocking to think about. Now, don't get me wrong, I truly believe Alexander Isak is going to come good. But they need to come good quicker. If not, Jurgen Klopp. Arne Slot will be fired, and maybe Jurgen Klopp will be forced to come back and save Liverpool. It is that crazy. Cody Gakpo started the season well. Ekitike started the season well. But Arne Slot's decision making absolutely extinguished the fire that they started with. Another poor decision from Arne, trying to force in the likes of Florian Wirtz, trying to force in the likes of Alexander Isak. Arsene Wenger said this, trying to bring Florian Wirtz into this team and pushing him through absolutely destroyed the understanding and the physical and combative nature of what Liverpool's midfield was last season. The likes of Gravenberch, McAllister and Szoboszlai. They won the league themselves last season. So the idea of you must bring a creative midfielder into this team wasn't that paramount. Now, don't get me wrong, the best time to upgrade is when you're winning. And so I still believe that Florian Wirtz is going to come good. But in this situation, what you should have done was drip him into the team slowly so he gets an adjustment into the league. They are literally calling him frail. Now he's probably out for 6 weeks. He could go in a year, entire 6 months without a goal or an assist for Liverpool in the Premier League. That's crazy work. For Florian Wirtz that came into Liverpool for £115 million. Where's Graham Souness now? Where's Graham Souness that said that Paul Pogba doing 4 assists in 1 game, record breaking at that time, was what we expect from a £100 million player? Where's he? Where's the conversation about that? But this is not about that kid. It's about Liverpool. And then you look at the poor game stats. They consider first often. It's the craziest thing. They always consider first Liverpool. They are always fighting from the back. They always fall in behind and try to recover. And these days, the Premier League are too good to let you. Yes, you have the talent, you have the experience, and you can come back in the game. But you can see Nottingham Forest, the moment they got their first and they got their legs forward, they were not looking back. They pushed on and got 2 other goals on your head top. That is a problem. And then we need to look at defensive leadership. Virgil van Dijk has publicly admitted that the team needs to improve, pointing to critical mistakes. Can we all agree that if this was Bruno Fernandes, the entire world of football would have stopped and pointed fingers at Bruno? If Bruno's teams letting in goals left and right, and he was saying this, every single person will point at Bruno as the problem. Virgil van Dijk this is a need. He needs to bring this team together in a way that I do not expect, but he needs to find a way to do it. Bring this team together, go out on a retreat if that's the case, go out somewhere that you guys stay in the house or stay in the hostel and figure it out. Whatever the situation needs to be, do it, because Liverpool is free flowing at this point. Free flowing. Free, nobody to stop your fall. Nobody. The next game you're going to be playing is against Bayern, one of the best teams in world football right now. That will be a problem if you lose that and then come back into the Premier League, and with West Ham winning under Nuno Espirito Santo, if you guys lose to West Ham, another big problem. A problem that would truly be something unsettling. And you also have to look at the underwhelming integration of keys. And that is the key part, the integration. The players are not a problem. They were shoehorned into this team, shoehorned into a role that did not fit them, shoehorned into a style of play that Alexander Isak, he's never been somebody that wants to sit in the 18-yard box. We saw that with Newcastle. Give him the freedom. Bro, go out of the 18-yard box and get back into the 18-yard when it is time to score. Replicate what you saw with him and Newcastle. That is the way you get the best out of Alexander Isak. I always have a problem with managers buying a player from a system that worked perfectly for them and all of a sudden try to shoehorn them into a different system. That is not the reason you bought him. If you are trying to change the system and make him a better player, I might understand that. But Alexander Isak was a class player, and you absolutely should be a world-class player. Now the title defense is at risk. If they lose one more game and Arsenal win, it's over for them. It's over. I do not see Arsenal losing from here. Now, I can actually say Arsenal are 4 points ahead of Manchester City and 8 points ahead of Liverpool right now. City lost today. Liverpool lost today. If Arsenal win against Tottenham Hotspur, which is a derby that they usually win, from that 4 points that Manchester City are behind Arsenal, they go around 8 to 7 points. Problematic. And then they go looking at 11 points above Liverpool. Their title race might be done. The title defense might be done. Now, what are the possible root causes of this? You can say fatigue or physical toll on the players. You can say tactical misalignment, mismanagement, recruitment risk, because buying big money signings like Florian Wirtz, betting into the Premier League, we all know takes months and months. And so he did not think about that. He should have, though. Complacency. You have won the Premier League. What more can we do? And of course, defensive breakdown. It is truly a problem for them. What is at stake? The title defense, of course, has been threatened. Any other loss right now would truly be out of them. They will truly be out of their depth when it comes to the title defense. The squad credibility. We all know that Jurgen Klopp had this squad absolutely firing on all cylinders. There's a problem. Arne Slot, it's your team now. It's your decisions are wrong. And your decisions are you're getting it wrong every single time. Managerial pressure. He might get fired. I've literally started seeing Liverpool fans say sack the manager already. I cannot wait to hear Indica takes. I can't wait. It's a problem. Long-term identity is still a problem for them. So yes, the bottom line is that Liverpool are in a messier situation than they expected. Their title defense is under serious threat, not only because of losses, but because of the quality of their football has dipped in crucial areas like defense, efficiency, and mental sharpness. It's a problem. This isn't just a bumpy patch. Right now, the 2 games that they won against Real Madrid and Aston Villa look like the blip. That looks like the structural decline. And if you do not fix it sooner than later, Arne Slot, you will be looking for a job sooner than later. Let me know what you guys think about this down in the comment. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that follow button, and comment down below if you think Arne Slot will be the manager of Liverpool at the end of the season. I'll see you guys in the next one. Hit the subscribe button and make sure YouTube knows that you love Pillar Sports. I'll see you guys. Peace.